Nair. In this video, we are going to learn about Arrhenius theory of ionization, degree of ionization and factors affecting degree of ionization. So we'll start our topic with Arrhenius theory of ionization. Scientist Arrhenius has explained the process ionization on basis of 4 to 5 postulates. First postulate, he explained that the substance which dissolve in water and dissociate into ions are known as electrolytes. Means when we add a molecule in water, it gets dissociated or it splits into two ions, means it splits into positive and negative ion. So such molecules are known as a electrolyte. For example, if we take NaCl, sodium chloride, which is known as a cooking salt, when we put a cooking salt in water, it gets dissociated into positive ion and negative ion, where positive ion is sodium chloride and negative ion is a chloride. Now, second postulate, he has explained that the ions which get dissociated into positive and negative ions will form an equilibrium between the undissociated molecule and dissociate molecules. Means there will be an equilibrium between the NaCl molecule and Na plus and Cl minus ions. There will be equilibrium, means they will maintain an equilibrium between them. And third postulate, Arrhenius had explained that the number of cations in the solution will be equal to the number of anion in the solutions. Means whatever molecule get dissociated into the solution, the ions cation forms and the anions forms, the number will be equal. Means if we add 5 moles of NaCl in the water, the number of sodium ion and number of chlorine ion will be equal. So number of cations and number of anions will be equal. Now the next final postulate, he had explained that if these electrodes are connected, if the solutions are connected to the outer circuit, there will be a detection of electricity. Means there is a flow of electrons statement, so there will be a detection of electricity. So these are the postulates of the Arrhenius who had explained the procedure ionization. Now, next heading is about degree of ionization. Degree of ionization means it's a mathematical representation. Means we are defining a value that how much this molecule get ionized when it's added in the solvent. So degree of ionization is equal to the number of molecule ionized by the total number of molecule dissolved in the solution. Means it gives a fraction of number of molecules that get ionized, which defines that how much molecule get ionized when it's added in the solvents, which defines a mathematical value that this molecule is this much ionized. So the maximum degree of ionization will get as a 1. That means how much molecules we had added, that much molecules get dissociated. So 1 by 1, that means the degree of ionization 1. So those who molecules have a degree of ionization 1 means that entire molecules get dissociated into positive and negative ions when it's added in the solvent. So degree of ionization is known as the fraction of number of molecule get ionized in the solvents. It represents the mathematical representations of the procedure ionization. Now, next up we will going to learn about the factors affecting degree of ionization. There are different factors which affect the degree of ionization. The first factor is about the nature of compound. Means what kind of a substance we are taking. Depending upon its nature, the degree of ionization is also dependent. Means there are two types of electrolytes. We have told that when a molecule or when a substance get into the water, it dissociates into positive and negative ion. And such substances are known as a electrolyte. Now, these electrolytes are also two types. One is strong electrolyte and another is weak electrolyte. Now, what is strong electrolyte? The strong electrolyte means the entire molecules get dissociated into, means maximum number of molecules get dissociated into positive and negative ions, or the maximum molecule get ionized when it goes into the solvent. So that molecule are known as a strong electrolyte. An example for strong electrolyte is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is known as a strong electrolyte because it gets ionized fastly when it goes into the solvent. Means it gets separated into positive and negative ions. Now, what is weak electrolyte? Weak electrolytes are those electrolytes which get partially ionized. Means if we are adding 5 mole of molecules, entire 5 molecule doesn't get ionized into positive ion and negative ions, cation anions. Only little amount, 3 mole or 2 mole get ionized and remaining will remain acid we have added. So weak electrolytes are those electrolytes which completely doesn't get ionized in the solvents. An example for weak electrolyte are formic acid, acetic acid or organic acids, because they are partially dissolved in the solvent. So according to the nature of substance also, degree of ionization depends. Strong electrolyte shows high value of degree of ionization and weak electrolyte shows low value of degree of ionization. Now, second topic is depends upon solvents. Nature of solvent. What kind of a solvents we are taking? First, we have learned about the nature of substance what we are taking. Now, second, kind of a solvents. Which kind of a solvents we are taking? In that, water show high degree of ionization. Means water has dielectric constant high. What do you mean by dielectric constants? Means dielectric constant means those solvents which have a high power to break the attractions between the molecules or to dissociate the molecules into positive and negative ions. There are some solvents which has a capacity which ionize the molecule fastly into positive and negative ions. So if we compare a different solvents like a benzene or acetone or alcohol or either, in comparing to this all solvents, water has high dielectric constants, means water have a high capacity to dissociate the molecule into positive and negative ions. So in water solvent, degree of ionization will be high. Now, third is dilution on the basis of the concentrations. If the concentration of solvent is high, then degree of dissociation will be low. And if the concentration of solution is low, then degree of ionization will be high. Means the molecules concentrations, if the solvent's concentration is high, the degree of ionization will be low. And if the concentration of solution is low, then the degree of ionization will be high, which are inversely proportional. Means concentration of the solvent is inversely proportional to the degree of ionization. Now, last factor is temperature. As the temperature increases, degree of ionization also increases. So for the factor temperature, degree of ionization is directly proportional. Means as the temperature increases, degree of ionization also increases. As the temperature decreases, degree of ionization will be decreases. So these are the factors which are affecting the degree of ionization. As we know, degree of ionization means fraction of number of molecules get ionized in the solvent. It's the mathematical representation for the process ionizations. And there are different factors which affect the degree of ionization. First is nature of compound, second is nature of solvent, then dilution concentration, and fourth is temperature. So these are the factors which affect the degree of ionization.